Okay, Lawrence McKeown. I was served from 1997 to 2009. I did 6 years Navy, 6 years Army.
So my name's Robert Taglaboo. I served in the United States Marines from 1984 to 2016.
Well, my name is Lawrence McKeown. I served in the Marine Corps from 1970 to 73. I was in Vietnam in 1971. I spent most of my time on a ship on the USS Schenectady in the Gulf of Tonkin.
Peter Litchfield, Sergeant, United States Marine Corps, 1966 to 1970. I served in Vietnam 67, 68 at Khe Sanh, which was a siege that lasted 77 days. We were surrounded by 50,000 North Vietnamese soldiers.
Jerry Murphy. I was in the United States Marine Corps, Vietnam veteran. Got out with the rank of captain. I was a pilot stationed at Marble Mountain.
Okay, my name is Doug Noble. I was in the Army from 1966 to 1968. Got out as an E5. Went to Vietnam. Saw a lot of people from Sparta in Vietnam. I met 2 people from Sparta in the middle of the jungle. I was on patrol with one person from Sparta High when he was killed in action. But it was strange meeting all these people from Sparta High in different places in a foreign country. Other servicemen said, "This Sparta must be huge." And at that time, it was a very, very small school.
Oh, the VFW, it's the best organization that I've joined.
I'm the commander of Sparta VFW.
I'm the junior vice commander here.
It's a fraternal organization. The membership is through a DD 214, and you must have at least 6 months of service in a active military zone. Qualifications are foreign service, and or if you were wounded and you didn't have enough time in a combat zone, then a Purple Heart would probably suffice to give you VFW membership.
It's a bunch of old GIs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. We're all combat veterans or served overseas in time of war, and honestly, everything we do in this organization really is about the community.
We talk to younger folks who are going to go into the military, and we literally have every branch here. So if any of the younger people wanted to come down and find out what service they wanted to do, there's literally everybody here.
The Sparta Ambulance Squad was started right here at the Sparta VFW when a bunch of veterans came home and started the ambulance squad after World War II.
The VFW is a great place for veterans. You can talk about things that happened when you're in the military, and other people had the same experiences.
As veterans, we're here for each other. VFW is also really active in Veterans Affairs at the national level. We advocate in front of Congress, and bottom line is it's a lot of good people that have served their country and like to continue to serve our country and our community.
Well, it's pride.
It's a great source of pride.
I always wondered as a kid when I'd watch a cowboy movie and I see a gunfight, I always wondered if I could do that. And well, you find out that you can do that. And then after that, you know you can do anything in a civilian world.
I served. I was, I think, 1 week shy of 32 years I served in the Marines. And It's my time in service is a big part of my life. There are a lot of things that shaped me as a citizen and as a person, and my time in the Marine Corps absolutely is one of the key contributing factors. So being a veteran is an absolute source of pride. You know, there's when you look at the population of the United States, proportionally, there's not a lot of veterans around. You know?
But when I grew up in Patterson. I grew up in the city there, and the military to me was basically a way out. You know, just growing up into a city and maybe just working for my life, you know, working for the rest of my life, which I did anyway, but, you know.
Well, I think if you're called, you should serve. It's a growing experience. Anybody that's involved in athletics at the high school level. Athletics originally, thousands of years ago, was a training ground for the military. It is a way of preparing you for the rigors of the military experience. It's you can learn a trade, skills, get a profession out of it. The training these days is very substantial. You can walk away with a multitude of different skills just having served. So,
Being a veteran, there's a lot of opportunities. You know, I didn't realize how much you gain if you serve your country, and when you come back, there's a lot of benefits to it. You get like college, if you want to go to college, you get your GI Bill, you get your health care if you want to take that kind of health care. It's and plus the VFW is an organization which we give more than we get.
And so being a veteran to me is, I gave part of my life to this country, which I love, and I'm very proud of it.
It means a lot, believe it or not. And I always say, you know, you're welcome. You're very welcome. If I get the opportunity, I'll shake that person's hand. You know, a lot of people don't understand the sacrifice sometimes, you know, but there's a lot of good Americans that do. And honestly, it feels good. It makes all the years of service and time overseas and time in combat kind of makes it all come together when you see a fellow citizen that has the courtesy and to honor you by saying something as simple as thank you for your service.
It's a nice feeling when somebody acknowledges your service, you know, because I was in a war, and in my time it was like I was in Paris Island 12 days after I got out of high school. You know, it's a different time, different era.
When we first got home from Vietnam back in '68, it wasn't fun. People were throwing stuff at us, spitting at us, calling us baby killers, and you wanted to kind of shy away from the service.
there was nothing like that when we all got back from Vietnam. As a matter of fact, you just almost didn't want to go out in public because generally you had a short hair. It was during the 60s and 70s when long hair was vogue. So just to eliminate any kind of an argument or people protesting, it was simply better just to kind of stay home with family and enjoy them, not so much go out in public.
So I'm glad to see the public in general has a high regard now for people that do dedicate several years of their lives to be there to serve our country, whether it is in time of war or time of peace.
We really have a good community here. We look after each other. We do what we can to help.
We have our Christmas tree sales, which all the money that we make as a profit goes into our scholarship fund. And I'm happy to say quite a few recipients from Sparta High School have received scholarships for at least $2,000.
We also raise money for veterans in need.
Clam bake, we usually make money, and
We help people in town come in here and need assistance. We've gone to people's houses and installed hot water heaters. We have guys here that are, you know, licensed electricians, licensed plumbers, architects, draftsmen, professional engineers. So whenever someone in need of service that we could help them, we do.
The VFW is a good organization. It helps a lot of people, and I'm glad to volunteer my time.